Recently had to move out of my home and my home office for a burst pipe upstairs. Flooded the whole house. Story for another day. But what I had to do was move my office, which I work from home quite a bit. And I had a great setup at home. So I went through a supermarket and I found a green screen. And today I'm going to show you how to set up a green screen, how to use a piece of software called OBS, and how to use it in Teams, in Zoom, and a nice little feature I found where I can actually maybe sleep through a meeting and no one is the wiser. My name is Mike. Let's get stuck into it. We're going to need two things. The first thing is go to obsproject.com and download the software. Don't worry, completely free. Next thing we'll need is a green screen. And this is my green screen. Cost me $29.99 Australian dollars. Not a great deal of money, and it was pretty easy to set up on this frame. Now that we've got all the stuff, let's see if we can get rid of all of this stuff. I'm not actually in San Francisco, but this looks a hell of a lot better. I can move, my hands don't disappear. It looks much better. And this is OBS, and we are going to look at an area called scenes, which is here. So you've got to think of OBS as like a little television studio right within your computer. And what you do with these scenes is you can go through and add backgrounds. You can add, different cameras. Now I've got my green screen camera there. I have my laptop camera. I've got a whole webcam camera down here. And I've got my iPhone there. And I've got my Sony camera there. And you can add them all using the different scenes within the machine. And you can put them through, just click a button and you're going through a different scene. And there you go. I've got the browser here. So here's me showing you the website. Hold on, my arm's going to pop in. There it goes. But I have ultimate control of how this goes. You can add text. You can add an image. It's pretty cool. And whether you're using your iPhone, which you can actually do that on the fly, so you can see me moving it around like this. You can actually see I can move the iPhone. Ooh, how cool is that? So what you can do with all this stuff is you can have all of these different scenes, and there's tons more options that I haven't shown you. But for what we're showing you today about the green screen, so that you can do just simple things by just hiding your background and having a nice background, let's show you how to do that. Now, the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to press this little plus button here, and I'm going to create a new scene. And I'm going to call this one green screen. By the way, the screen doesn't always have to be green. It can be blue or it can be another color, but it needs to be a good contrast for your skin tone. So green is what they usually use, but doesn't necessarily have to be green. Click OK. Now that I've made this green screen scene, now say that 3 times fast, green screen scene. Oh my word. Now that I've made this green screen scene, I now need to add my pictures, my cameras, my microphones, and all sorts of other things. And I press this button here. And now I'm going to start off with my video capture device. Now that's my camera. And I am going to call that my camera. Now I've got a few that I've saved there. And if you're going to do this multiple times, you may want to save your camera or cameras in this little list here. And I'm going to call it camera for the sake of, and this little window comes up. And now for the sake of the exercise, I'm going to press this one called Cam Link. That's my mirrorless camera. And there's setting is high. That talks to the quality. I'm going to leave that like that. And I'm going to press OK. I'm going to add a microphone. So let's do that. So you the plus button here, and we're going to choose audio input capture. And now I've got a bunch of mics already saved into the system, and that makes it much easier when you're adding additional scenes. But for this example, what we're going to do is we're going to call this mic. Now, I'm Mike, but this is a microphone. Don't get that wrong. Press OK. Now I get the selection box again, and then all of my microphones or whatever the system recognizes comes up. I'm going to choose the Shure MV7. If you've got a set of headphones, that should appear in this list as well, both on a Mac and a PC. Your system should see a microphone or a speaker when you plug it into the USB. Press OK. Now you can see that the sound is registering with the meter. 2, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check, 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 check. Very good. Now this is the magic part where we make the green screen disappear. Let's click on our camera. Now here we have a button called filters. Click on that button and we're going to add an effect filter. And we click this button here, and the button or the effect filter is called chroma key. Click. Okay. Now, as you can see, my background has become black. And what that actually means when you're doing camera sort of stuff is that it's transparent. So if I put an image or a video or words or whatever behind me, that should be what comes through, not the green screen. Now, as you can see here, it says key color type. I've put green here. You can actually have some settings here to play with it to make sure that it looks natural. But let's just go close because I'm just using the default settings for now, and you can see that I've got a nice black background. The next thing we're going to do is add the image in my background. Now, if you've got a photo that you want to use, or you go to DALL-E, Midjourney, Firefly, or any of these AI-generated places, or just get something off the internet, be sure you check out and make sure you've got the licensing correct. But the next thing we do is we press this plus button, and we are going to go to a image. Now, let's just call this image, just to be clear. And we now are going to look for an image on our hard drive. So I've got an image I prepared earlier. I'm going to use this one. And now I'm going to, great image of all these scared people. Now I've used ChatGPT and DALL-E to help me out. Now, what you need to do is you need to put it behind the camera. Now, let me just show you that again. Let me firstly make me small so these terrified people can see what I'm going to do. What do you think? Now, you see your camera here and the image. Now, if I drag it up and down, I can put it in front or I can put it behind. And it's the same with anything you want to do. So if you want to add a bit of text, another image, or anything, you then choose the layer which you have it on. So as you can see, all my friends there. Now, I can also do that with a video. Now, this is me. I've got a video of myself in an office. And now I'm at the office. And when my boss rings up and says, "Are you at work today? Are you in the office?" I say, "Yes, I'm in the office. Yes, I'm in the office." Because it's a video until I walk in the background. But you get the idea. So for this next part, I don't actually need a green screen. And that's really cool because I am now back home. So it started recording this video and in the middle I've moved. So a few weeks have taken place, but this little part I'm going to show you now, you don't necessarily need a green screen. You just need OBS. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a video of me listening intently to somebody in a meeting, nodding away. That's very interesting. Yes. Now, taking that snippet, looping it around and round and playing it in teams. It's just so let's do this. This is going to be the funnest part of the video where I am going to pretend to be interested in this meeting. So this is me live, and now I need to sneak out to go to the toilet. I'm going to the toilet now, and you see how I'm not really scratching my nose. I'm in the background here, and in fact, I'm just getting a cup of coffee. I think I might have something to eat. Yeah, cool. Well, I might see what's on the tally. That's cool. So the first thing I need to do is record the little video. It's very simple. So now you see that I've got OBS open. I'm just going to click that start recording button and I'm recording. So let's just, there you go. Like stop recording. Now that will record in the default location for OBS. That'll be different for everyone's computer. Windows and PC will be different. Now the next thing I need to do is I go to my video. There you go. And I go into the little gear setting here. First thing I need to do is I need to add a video, which is a media source. Let's call the video 1. Then I need to browse for my video. Click this button loop, because that'll mean it will never stop. It'll just keep playing it over and over again, as long as you don't do any big movements, and press OK. Now that's the wrong video, but you get the idea. So now going from live, here I am. I can now press the video. Assuming I've got the right video, which I don't have in this case, it will then show it to you. The next thing we're going to share is how to see this in Teams or Zoom. So let's do that. Now, if you look at OBS, there is something called a virtual camera. It's down here. And all I need to do is press this button, say start virtual camera. And what it will say to Teams and Zoom is that the virtual camera, well, the stream from the television studio, which is OBS inside your computer, can be seen as a video source in Teams or Zoom. So when you go into Teams or Zoom, let's do that. First thing to do is I'm going into the little 3 stars up here in Teams, clicking on settings, clicking on my devices. As you can see, there's my devices down there. So instead of choosing my camera called CamLink, there will be a camera called OBS Virtual Camera, and it'll be the exact same thing in Zoom. So you just click on OBS Virtual Camera, and then if I click into my hello, and because I've got virtual camera running, it will then be seen in Teams. So again, all I need to do is click my sleepy video whilst I nick out to get a coffee or go to the toilet, answer the door, and there you go. I have now got myself a way of sneaking out in a Teams or Zoom call whilst no one is looking. Thank you. Bye for now.